Well, Ben, we're back at the racetrack.
We're back.
A new year and somewhat of new cars, kind of?
They look different. As you can see, this is not an MR2. So I last year dipped my toe into GLTC with Ben. Our results were pretty disparate from each other, and I don't like being the underdog all the time. So I'm back in street class because the MR2s had no development in the off season, so nothing would have changed really.
Also, the Civic is obviously back in blue, or red, white, and blue. We're back with the Valvoline colors. It was a big hit the first time we did it. I'm happy to be back.
The Valvoline's classic.
Dude, the colors pop.
The carbon fiber negative space.
You like that?
That's so sick. So we blew up the turbo on this thing at our shakedown event at VIR like a month ago. Sent turbo shards everywhere, as usual.
We're gonna send this off now. It's force performance for rebuild. Oh, looks brand new now. New compressor wheel. This should actually make some power.
We had just had the motor rebuilt. I just said, if it goes, it goes. I don't have the money, time, or heart to take the motor back out and take it back to Minnesota and do all that stuff. So just gonna have some fun, see if we can replicate our results from 2022. But the difference is that in 2022, I had the H-gas turbo, and now I no longer have that. They've changed the rules in street class 2. You can only run an OEM, like the turbo that came on the car, or you can go to an aftermarket turbo, but then you have to run a restrictor. So we're back to a stock turbo, 25 PSI, and the car is gonna be slower than it was in 2022.
Corvettes were dominant last year in GLTC, and a lot of that is because of the power band of the LS motor. It was so flat, so now they're penalizing flat power bands. Obviously, I was trying to have a flat power band to keep up with that as well, so we tuned the car accordingly so it's very flat, but now I have to reduce that horsepower so that it's no longer flat and kind of bring the curve down so it's actually a curve again. I've got a big intake restrictor in there, so we're choking it down to 2.5 inches, which should hopefully reduce all of my horsepower and give me a natural power band curve. We're gonna tune it, hopefully get it to the horsepower that we need it to be at with the intake, and maybe some tuning as well to get it to that exact number that we're looking for. Hopefully the power curve doesn't hurt me too much as far as lap time. 208.6. I can't tell if that's 1,000 RPM of flat or not, but...
It's not flat. I mean, you look at theirs and there's our flat.
We ended up setting the car to 211 wheel horsepower to match its class rules, which is actually a little bit up from what we ran last year, but we needed to make sure the power band still had a curve to it.
Ben, when was the last time you came to Carolina Motorsports Park?
I would have to say last week on the simulator.
Yeah, I would agree with you, yeah.
I've never actually been here in real life. Most of our competition was here last year with Grid Life.
Yeah.
So I'm nervous about that.
We didn't have all of the front runners at Laguna. So now all of them are here. So there's at least 5 guys that should definitely be faster than me. And so I'm shooting for top 5, maybe top 10. I'd be happy with that.
That'd be sick.
What's up, guys? My name is Whotil. I drive this 1992 Super Touring Hybrid Racing Civic in GLTC. We're trying the light car formula, which theoretically in GLTC has always not been ideal. I've been following Ben's progress all of last season, and he's really been killing it. Our cars are very similar, so I think Ben's definitely going to be up there in the mix, and I'm excited to be racing with him. Hopefully, maybe we can work together and try to get these vets.
Grid Life has officially started. There's smoke in the air from the drift cars and a lot of people in the paddock. So now we are officially starting our competition. We got practice up first, then we got qualifying, and then we got a race today.
Practice is a good way to learn the new layout of a track that we haven't been to before, and figure out where good passing zones are. It's not as much about the lap time as it is about finding where the grip is, and that's important when almost all of your competitors have already been here. My competitors like Lena Chin.
Hi, I'm Lena Chin, and I drive a Honda S2000. Last year with Ben, I got to race at Watkins Glen. Ben really put the pressure on me. It was fun to try to keep him behind me, and I seem to be able to edge Ben out just a tiny smidge. He always seems to be chasing me.
Like Ben, I spend my time in the practice sessions just seeing if the track stacks up to my experiences on the simulator, and I find that I'm actually running times slightly faster than when I ran on Assetto Corsa.
I saw you chasing Halka on the first lap out.
I was catching him easy. I think he's building pace, but I did a 40.7, which is 2/10 off the record. That was like not even a good lap.
I'm Josh Halka. I drive a 2011 Subaru WRX hatchback. So last year, the format for Grid Life Track Battle Time Attack changed for the festival events, in that previously it was just you go out and you run as many sessions as you can for the weekend, and whoever sets the fastest lap wins. Now there's a lot more stress on everyone because
really once you get past the practice sessions, every session matters. So you get 3 qualifying sessions and you have to set a time to get in the top 5 to go to the podium sprint session, which that's kind of your make or break session. I mean, you could be way faster than everyone the whole weekend, but if your car breaks down before that session, if you screw up your 2 laps you get that session, then you could have been way faster and you might not win. So it's a lot of make or break stress to see who actually comes out on top.
That practice session, looking at the lap times, everybody got 1 lap that session. It was good to figure out traffic. 49 cars on track at once.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That is so many cars. That's more than we've ever had.
A car caught on fire in your session?
Yeah, we come into turn 1, and just before I hit the brakes, there's a big cloud of smoke, and all the cars in front of me disappear in the smoke. And I'm like, oh crap! A Honda like fireballed out the back. It looked like a yellow Integra.
Yeah.
So that ended our session a little short. Qualifying's next, and if they're sending 50 cars out at once, it's gonna be a battle to see if you can get a clean lap.
Yeah.
That's really all that matters.
Hello everyone, this is Jackie Ding, and this here is my pride and joy, my Man of Vision build. This is my 886 GLTC car. Looking good is more important than looking where we're going. That's absolutely the goal with this one. You know, a lot of people know me for my altered ego, who also just happens to be Ben's eternal rival, Jimmy Diggs. As much as I'd like to let Jimmy play with this thing and really go after Ben this weekend, I think all we can taunt him is that we are slightly faster in practice. And we're talking about practice. But in the main game, in qualifying, I don't think we have the pace to really go after Ben. We'll give it our best shot, and who knows, his car might break down again. And we might lose the 5th gear again. And if he does, we'll be there to swoop up the opportunity.
Now I know what you might be thinking by now, Ben, that's a really cool livery you got going on, the Valvoline wrap on that Civic. So what kind of Valvoline oil are you running? Well, that would be VR1 1030, which is the high zinc formula for race cars, essentially. It is not necessarily ideal for street cars that have catalytic converters. It has a lot of zinc in it, and that helps protect the bearings and everything like that. Really good for racing. This is the 5th year. I don't know, I've lost count how long this motor has been tracking at Redline, and I've had no issues. And then also in the transmission, we're running a really thick fluid, 85-140 in the transmission. Generally, the thicker the fluid, the more protection you have. So we are running the most protection we can now that we're in a power to weight class, and that is the 85-140 Valvoline's high performance gear oil.
It's important to make it into the top 10 if I want to beat Lena. We're both usually fighting for top 10, and if I can get a lap time of below 144, I should probably make it.
How was it?
The car feels really fast. I obviously have fresh tires and the track isn't damp anymore, but I got a 44.2, which is gotta be top 10. It's gotta be. I don't know where I am right now, but that felt pretty good. I caught a lot of the guys that I know are front runners. So that's a good indicator, if anything, that the pace is there for sure. P12?
P12.
And you, wow, how'd you get P11, Lena? All right, well.
We'll have some fun.
I hope your bumper's got a nice crash bar.
It does. It's ready for you.
All right.
In time attack, I'm on a heater. Data shows this should be a fast lap, but just as I round the final corner and apply power toward the finish line, I lose boost.
Oh, come on.
Ben just pulled over there.
Oh boy. Now what?
What'd you do now?
Blue boost coupler.
Blue boost coupler?
Yep.
Oh no. That's not good. You ripped it.
Unfortunately, that is like a very specific coupler, but I think we can RTV and then tape around it, and it's probably not too bad. I got a time good enough, I think, to get me toward the front of A.
Ben and I have had quite a few events fighting each other for podiums, and this is gonna be another one of these. Other people to watch out for in street class are Luca Barberis. He is also running a Evo 9. It's a blue one.
My name is Luca Barberis, and I drive a 2006 Mitsubishi Evo 9. Ben Lynn's car and mine are very similar. We're running the same suspension componentry. We're on a two-way adjustable Fortune Auto 520 Club Race. They were a big improvement, especially here with this track with the heavy curbing. It was a great improvement this season. Right now, I think that Ben is a second and a half off of me, so I hope that he can come closer so that we can have a tight battle.
drove initially, like, and the tires didn't have grip, so I just was really not in the zone. But 42, so it should still be okay for qualifying tomorrow and stuff. Like, I don't think we're gonna get bumped down too much.
This is race number 1 of GLTC. It is about to rain. We're like maybe 10 minutes from rain coming in. And this is probably the worst time to start racing. About 14, about 14, yeah. All right, so he lost about 2 positions. He's lost 2, okay. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Whoa, whoa! Something's under. Oh, yeah. I'm wondering if because of the temperature has cooled down, Ben, his tire pressure might not be coming up to temp, and maybe that's why he's falling back from everybody else. Oh, come on, whotil. Whoa! Let's go!
Unfortunately, I fell back to P15, and Lena finished P12. There's 3 more races this weekend though, so I've got a good shot at catching Lena tomorrow. And thankfully, the weather forecast looks really good.
Today, vastly different, beautiful blue skies. The wind is there, but much reduced. And for 2024's Grid Life Touring Cup, this is going to be fantastic.
That was so much fun.
That was good. You know where we finished?
11th, 12th.
Again?
We're
just right there.
We're so close to 10. I know.
Dang. 2 more races. I think you're still ahead in points.
But we're close.
We are close.
We're very close.
In time attack, I'm in the zone. A sub 40 is the goal, and Luca has shown it's achievable. I just need to put a lap together.
The car's running well. I'm not able to link a lap yet. I kept making just unforced errors, like on like the first corner type stuff. The brakes aren't working with me this weekend. Like, this is kind of the first time I've noticed that like the braking is pretty inconsistent. We bled the brakes last night and the pedal steel just like sometimes goes pretty deep, sometimes it's like really firm. So it's kind of what's giving me a lot of trouble.
Though my spot in Podium Sprint is pretty secure, I change out my thinning race pads for a fresh set, because this is time attack, and I'm chasing that lap time.
The brakes felt great, like just much more consistent, harder pedal with more pad.
Race 3 is the last chance that I have to be in that top 10 position in order to get the race invert. So it's pretty important that I make at least 1 position so that I'm in the top 10 because race 4 you have that random invert, and that's how I got lucky at Laguna. So maybe we can get lucky here again, but there's really heavy competition. Heavier than what we had at Laguna for sure. So fighting for P10 has been very difficult, but very fun. And race 3 is statistically the one that has the most incidents. So I'm also going to be mindful of that and try to keep a clean race, because if I wreck, I'm surely not going to be in top 10. So I'm going to keep it clean. Pass 1 car is the goal, and we'll see what happens. Also, I got to make sure Lena stays behind me as well.
The pressure was on, and unfortunately, Lena got caught up in an incident that knocked her to the back of the field. Moments later, Eric Jensen locked up his brakes ahead of me, and that puts me up to P8. I just have to keep it clean for the rest of the race, and I've made it.
Now Ronnie Vidoc gets running, is thinking about going up and making it 3 abreast. Really difficult map, no. And there's the inevitable result. And then Wallbump just got clipped right at the end of it, and it knocked the bumper off.
Shoot, where is Ben? Oh no! Don't tell me he's the one that went off. Back up,
yeah.
Got involved with another vehicle that was stationary out of the kink, and he just hit the right rear quarter of a S2000, I think. Yeah, he wasn't going that fast, but looked like it took the left front quarter panel and
no kidding.
Suspension. Yeah.
So you think he's okay?
I think he's okay. I don't think it was that fast, but we'll see what the car looks like. I mean, hopefully it's fixable.
Yeah, it wasn't my fault, so.
It didn't seem like it was your fault.
Yeah, I don't feel bad.
Your fiberglass rail.
Dude, well, my wheel is jammed back. That's the most expensive part.
Yeah. Keep going. One more.
Oh, my steering rack broke.
The rack's gone?
The rack cracked in the middle. Yeah, right down there underneath by the motor mount. You can see it on this side. It's split. That's crazy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, never seen that before, huh?
Obviously, the extent of the damage is pretty extreme. We're not going to be able to fix this car anytime soon. But it is fixable. It's just going to take some time.
I had this gap, and so I was like, sweet, finally clean air, and I was starting to catch up. And that corner that it happened on is usually my fast corner, and so I was flat through there. If I had lifted, it would have spun.
Yeah.
And I couldn't have made it go to your left because the car won't make that kind of a turn.
So I'm along for the ride. I've got nothing.
And I go to the right.
Yeah, that's just so fast. There's nothing you can do. That sucks.
Yeah, I decided the right side instead of the left.
Yeah, I mean, you made the right decision.
I think it would have T-boned right in the middle.
Yeah, thank you for that decision.
Yeah. I'm glad you're okay. Yes, my control arms are bent. Yes, my steering rack is cracked. Yes, my wheels are cracked. Yes, my fiberglass wide body front end is destroyed. But the very expensive Fortune Auto Dreadnought coilovers are completely unscathed. So I think we're gonna be able to keep those. So we just need to do a lot of superficial body work, but mechanically underneath it's pretty good. We'll have to check the subframe, make sure that's square. So believe it or not, the guy that makes my rear crash bar is here this weekend, and he has an EK front crash bar that's kind of just like a test fitting bar that doesn't have the zinc coating on it. So we're already fixing this car. If you're interested in one of these bars, check it out. Here's his Instagram handle. And I think the frame rails are gonna be okay.
Okay, so last session. This is the podium sprint, which I've never done one of these before. So I'm gonna go up there, and they let us out one at a time, and we only get 2 hot laps to put down our fast lap. Anything we've done up until now doesn't count. It's only what you do in this session. So if I break, it doesn't matter. I could get 5th, it doesn't matter. I'm coming at this from a time attack perspective. The podium sprint is nice, but I want to try and get a record. That would be an insanely tall task, but we're gonna do what we can.
You will go out, fast warm up, start your first flyer, end your first flyer, end your second flyer, and fast cool down. Got it? If you go 4 off, you DQ.
Yep.
And so you revert to P5.
That's my boy, bro.
Woo! Warm up them tires.
Little drifty boy.
Ben Lynn. That's unfortunate to see. I was talking to him earlier, and he did have some issues with braking consistency. Yeah, Ben Lynn will not complete his second lap. I hate to see that for him, but you know, that's part of the podium sprint format, you know?
Nah, dude, he's done. There, he's coming into the pit.
What happened?
I went 4 off.
The what?
I went 4 off.
Oh.
What fell off?
He went 4 off.
Oh, dang.
There was nothing.
It's kind of embarrassing how worked up I got after failing out of the podium sprint. All that focus and concentration to just suddenly be disqualified was difficult to deal with. So I just went for a drive.
Time attack shootouts is brutal.
Yeah, I mean, either you make it or you don't.
Yeah, I mean, it used to be all weekend, and
Yeah.
it's like your fastest time, you're good.
Yeah.
And now it's...
It's good that they made it like this,
Yeah.
so that, you know, you have to be in the places where you need to be.
I just tried to compress the braking zone after the kink because I knew I was leaving time on the table. Hit the brakes and it was like, hey, there's no way you're stopping, bro.
Yeah.
And I was just like, no. Just like off into the dirt at like 4 miles an hour.
Yeah.
And I was like, so that's it? Right?
That's it.
And then I just went in and I was like so hyped up, and then it just stopped immediately. And I was just like that just like was, I was super emotional about it. And like, it doesn't feel good to be underperforming what you know the car can do, right? Because like Luca has the exact same build, so I know it should be doing 38s. So I think I was just being really hard on myself, and I was just thinking about like, the car's still in one piece.
Yeah.
You wrecked and you came in like with a smile on your face, so I can't be a you know.
This is one of the few occasions where you don't have to like spend a bunch of money after this event. Now I get to.
Yeah.
But we didn't let that stop us from enjoying the rest of grid life.
I need a tape measure to measure my core support.
Okay, yeah. Come on, tape measure. Hey! Wow, what can't he do?
I do have some luck.
My girlfriend asked for a t-shirt.
Okay.
Whoa! Do you guys have like some kind of remote control back there or something? Oh, let's go. All right, here we go.
Here we go. Dang. That is intimidating to see from the sidelines.
Yeah.
That is a lot of cars.
Yep.
Whoa! That's it right there. That's it. Katil's got it. Yes. No, he lost it. He's on the inside. He's got it. The last corners are right.
He can do the switchback.
It's no problem. In the brake zone, he has to run wide. No, Katil has it. That was
Good job,
solid.
Katil.
From 10th to 3rd in a track that's like impossible to pass in. Congrats on the win.
Thanks, man.
That's
hey,
epic.
I know a body guy if you need some
Oh,
body
do you?
work. Yeah.
Is it you?
Unfortunately, it is, but I think I'm retired. I don't want to do any more body work.
welcome
but
to
this
come
looks
by.
like an easy fix. You know, just a fender, a few bumper, but
yeah.
I'm glad you're all right. That was I saw some of the videos, a pretty nasty hit.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's why I won race 3. Which,
yeah, I probably would have had you if it weren't for, you know, I was right there.
I'm glad you're all right. It's a bummer though, but
yeah. All right, well, I'm just gonna take this into the trailer. It was nice seeing you.
Wait,
yeah,
no, wait.
This one's
We didn't achieve everything we wanted to this weekend, but one thing that I'm very happy about, the motor's still running healthy. I blew up another turbo less than a month ago at VIR in this car, sent turbo shards all through it, and thanks to Valvoline in the car when the turbo blew, Valvoline flushes, Valvoline in the car this weekend, we're running healthy. Pulling strong, oil pressure's great. Valvoline 20W50 VR1 kept the engine protected and healthy for another track weekend.
Well, Ben, I feel like I had kind of a rough weekend.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, but then I look at your situation.
My turn.
Yeah. I would say in general, this is one of Gears and Gasoline's more pathetic weekends at the racetrack.
Yeah, it's tough because we've had a lot of pathetic weekends, so
Yeah,
there's
but this
some
one takes
competition.
the cake.
I mean, it could have been worse. I could have hit square on. Could have been a lot more damage. Could have been hurt. I think I have a lot of projects on my plate, and this fiberglass bumper is like a pretty special order part, so it takes a while to get shipped in. So you might not see the Civic for a couple months, but it will be back once the parts come in and we can get it fixed. I'm probably gonna have a big gap in the middle of this grid life season, and I'll toss the keys to you. take over for Grid Life 4, represent Gears and Gasoline
Okay.
for the next few events.
All right.